What's up, everyone? Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be giving you the top 10 loadouts you can be using right now in Call of Duty Warzone after the Season 5 Reloaded update. We have a ton of loadouts to give you today, including some bonus honorable mention loadouts that I think definitely are usable right now. The SMG meta right now is in a very close spot, which is a good thing. And the long range meta has definitely changed a slight bit, including the addition of the Pulemyot into the meta as well, including the Pulemyot LMG back in the top 5 long range options when it comes to the meta also. Let's get a quick word from the sponsor of today's video and let's get you these loadouts. Today's video is sponsored by SkyTAQ Gaming. SkyTAQ has you covered for all your pre-built and custom PC needs. Doesn't matter if you're brand new to computers or an experienced pro, they have you covered. SkyTAQ even has the option to watch your custom PC get made right on their Twitch channel by an experienced pro. All SkyTAQ Gaming PCs come with a guaranteed 1-year warranty and lifetime of great customer service. SkyTAQ Gaming also has pay over time financing options for anybody interested in a payment option, so you don't have to spend it all at once. And if you're looking to get a great new PC, these deals they have right now, top of using code ZEN for an extra $50 off, make sure you visit the SkyTAQ Gaming website today. Let's get you these loadouts. Now, these loadouts are not going to be in any particular order, and I always recommend use what's most comfortable to you, because if you're not comfortable, you're not going to be pushing your enemies. If you're not pushing your enemies, you're not getting more kills and more dubs, which is kind of the point. So for this first set of loadouts, we've got a sniper for you that is 100% hit scan right now, and I've got a couple of shotgun options that you can mix in with these ARs and longer range options that I'm about to give you that are absolutely OP right now. And one of them is about to get an Akimbo attachment probably this next week or the next that should make it pretty broken. First up, we got the Morse sniper. The Morse sniper, you're going to use the photonic charge barrel, the Razorhawk laser light, the Heinrichter hybrid scope, or whatever scope on a sniper makes you comfortable, and the super light 90 stock along with the anti-material slug rounds here. And like I said, this thing is hit scan. What that means is, like, wherever you fire it, once you charge, it'll hit immediately. Then we've got the Riveter along with the SPAS 12. For the Riveter, we're going to rock the Bryson choke muzzle, the SA Draven 20 long barrel, the Bruin Bastion angled grip, the Gauge Ball ammo, and a 30 round mag. And I'll show this to you here in the firing range. You can either leave it hip fire like this, or you can put it in TAQ stance, either one you want. But this thing is more annoying than it is like just insanely good, which annoying kind of makes it really good. And it's a lot of fun to use and really fun making people mad with this one. Then for this SPAS 12, we're going to rock the Bryson improved choke muzzle, the Discourager 900 heavy barrel, the paracord grip, the Stovall TAQ laser, and the no stock. You're definitely going to put this in TAQ stance because the iron sights are atrocious on this weapon. And then you're going to put it in semi-auto, that way you can just spam it. It's so good. For this next loadout, we've got the long range MCW paired with the FJX Horus. The FJX Horus you want to use within like a 6-meter range. You don't want to use it very long at all. If you're a close range gunfighter and you get in with like 6 meters, you find yourself in fights like that often, the FJX Horus is going to be really good for you. And the MCW got a buff this update as well again, and it's a solid option. Not top tier meta, but I would say B+ tier, but very solid and very easy to use, which makes it really likable. The MCW, we're rocking the Quartermaster suppressor, the MCW Cyclone long barrel, the 60 round drum, the RB Claw PSL grip, and the Jack glassless optic. And we'll show this one to you here in the firing range, but this is definitely a favorite of mine. Loving this thing right now. Like I said, not a S tier option, but definitely a very solid B+ tier and very easy to use, so it could make it an A for some people. Then for the FJX Horus, we're rocking the Quartermaster suppressor, the Sin long barrel, the Jack / underbarrel, the high grain rounds, and the 48 round mag. And like I said, you want to use this in a 5 to 6 meter range. This is 10 meters right here, and it's still pretty solid. But right here, you're winning a ton of gunfights. Next up, we have the long range BP50 paired with the Akimbo WSP swarms. Now the WSP swarm itself is very solid. Again, you want to kind of use this as you did with the Horus when it comes to like that 6-meter range, but this is the Akimbo version as well, so it's very fun to use. For the BP50, we're rocking the Quartermaster suppressor, the Lore 9 heavy barrel, the Jack glassless optic, the 4-bearer heavy stock, along with the 45 round mag. I will show this to you in the firing range, but I love this BP50. It's just so underrated right now. Just very little recoil, dude. Then for these WSP swarms, we're going to rock the Quartermaster Suppressor, the WSP Ruthless L Barrel, the Point G3P 04 hipfire laser, the 50 round mag, and of course you want that Akimbo brace stock. We'll show this one to you in the firing range, but this is a lot of fun to use, man. Just mowing down enemies within this 5-meter range right here. You're winning a lot of gunfights here too. Next up, we have the Holger 556. We've given you a couple loadouts for this, but we finally have a rival 9 meta that's very solid. Not top 5, not S tier, but definitely A tier right now, which is better than the C tier it's always been, and sometimes D tier. For the Holger 556, we're rocking the Quartermaster Suppressor, the Kraus 6-match barrel, the JAK Glassless Optic, RB Adel Assault Stock, and the 40 round mag. Show this one to you in the firing range, but love the Holger 556 right now. Very underrated also, and very solid. And for that rival 9, we're rocking the Quartermaster Suppressor, the Rival C clear shot barrel, the paracord grip, the high grain rounds, and the 50 round drum. Show this one to you in the firing range. This was surprisingly good for me. Remember, it did get this buff right here, but man, that 10-meter mark, that's going to be pretty solid, and it's not bad out there either. This thing is just really fun to use. Next up, we have the Bal-27, and it just got another buff, and it helped out a lot. And then we've got the WSP 9, very solid option still. But the Bal-27 is a very sneaky S tier meta. I think we're talking A plus at least, maybe S minus, but man, A plus tier for sure. It's sneaky good. For this Bal-27, you want to rock the Quartermaster Suppressor, the Crown H3 barrel, the JAK Glassless Optic, the Ardent TAQ stock, and the 60 round mag. Now remember, the Bal-27 shoots slow the first 4 bullets and then speeds up, so got to keep that in mind. But man, it is very sneakily good and very low recoil, especially now with the buff. Next up, we have a pretty fun one. The STB 556 is technically in the long range meta. It's very good. The TTK is excellent. With a couple of these attachments that I added from Modern Warfare 3, I think it's very solid mobility wise now, which was a big problem with Modern Warfare 2 weapons in general. And I've got this paired with a static HV. For the STB, we're rocking the Quartermaster Suppressor. To preface this, STB has been good for a long time, and it has been honestly TTK wise in the meta for a long time. Problem is it's 42 round mag, and it's been very slow, so kind of almost LMG slow, which has been the problem, and it's an AR. But with the Modern Warfare 3 attachments that I put on this thing, it helps it out a little bit. Then we're gonna rock the 508mm rear guard, and this is gonna be your best range barrel here. You can use the Bruin Tarako, but I had more success with this 508. Then we're rocking the paracord grip. This will help you that sprint to fire and horizontal recoil as well. Then we're gonna rock the JAK Glassless Optic, or whatever sight makes you comfortable, and of course it only has a 42 round mag, but for solos, duos, which you have Rebirth duos right now, very good. Show this one to you in the firing range. Very low recoil, it's very hard, and after only 42 rounds, I still have almost 10 rounds left. I mean, not bad at all. For this static HV, we're rocking the Quartermaster Suppressor, the Auger 840 light barrel. You want to rock the Nidar model sight or whatever sight makes you comfortable. If you don't want to use a sight, use high grain rounds. I like the Guardian stock here, along with the JAK / underbarrel or the paracord grip. Either one works. Show this one to you in the firing range, but this one after the nerf did fall quite a bit, to be honest. Definitely still A tier, but it's not 100% meta, like the top meta option anymore, in my opinion. Next up, we have that Pulemyot. The Pulemyot is a very solid option, especially if you're playing big map or you're looking for a longer range past the 50-meter mark. Pulemyot is a very good option. Of course, we have the Striker. Striker is very little recoil, very solid TTK. It's a very solid spot right now. I hope they don't nerf it. For the Pulemyot, we're rocking the Quartermaster Suppressor, the Pyro Heavy Barrel. We're not using the Annihilator conversion kit this time. That one, it's not the best TTK. The MMR round nose ammo, the JAK Glassless Optic, and the Ivanov wood stock. Show this one to you in the firing range, but very little recoil. It hits very hard. The ADS speed is tough, which is why it's a very solid big map option. But on Rebirth, it feels pretty good too. I'm not gonna lie. Then for that Striker, we're going to rock the Quartermaster Suppressor, the Striker Elite Long Barrel, the Paracord Grip, the high grain rounds, and the 48 round mag. And this is just a solid overall. There's a lot of good builds for this Striker, But this is just a very well-rounded, very solid meta build for you for the striker, man. And this thing can, like I said, very little recoil. It can reach all the way out there without a scope on it. It's just so nice. For this next set of loadouts, we're rocking the MTZ-556 along with the BP50, but as an SMG. For the MTZ-556, we're rocking the quartermaster suppressor, the MTZ drifter heavy long barrel, the paracord grip, the 50 round mag, and the EXF close quarters assault stock. If you want to put an optic on it, you can take off the paracord grip. Completely up to you there. But I like it running this on Rebirth Island with no optic on it. I don't mind the iron sights here. They're kind of clean and just really, really solid TTK. For this BP50 SMG, we're going to rock the quartermaster suppressor, the Chimera laser light, the high grain rounds, the TRS-T4 grip tape, and the JAK Revenger kit, which turns it into an SMG. And this thing is just very, very solid. It's got a better TTK than the striker, and it's got just as little recoil as the striker too, man. It's just really, really solid too. Another note, it does take SMG ammo, so this will only take SMG ammo. This is not another AR, if you know what I mean. So these next two loadouts will be your top two loadouts. This will be in order. The Superi 46 is just too good not to use again. It didn't get a buff or anything, but with its movement and consistency, Superi 46 is very solid. Usually I would put the striker right here, but Superi 46 is just so good. And striker, again, is very solid too. It was a tough one. Like I said, these SMGs are real close together when it comes to TTK, around the 11 meter mark. So, you know, take it for what it's worth. But I like the Superi 46 paired with this STG 44. And then the next loadout is going to be very good too. The STG 44, we're rocking the quartermaster suppressor, Heinrichter C70 long barrel. I like the JAK glassless optic with it, the R79 combo stock, and of course you want that 50 round drum on there. And we'll show this to you in the firing range. Man, this thing is just, it's still so good too. It's not as OP as it was, but within that 40 meter mark, man, it's definitely top option for sure. And then for the Superi 46 quartermaster suppressor, the paracord grip here for that sprint to fire speed, high grain rounds really help it, 40 round mag, and the Rescue 9 stock. This stock is really good, and if it's available on anything else, use it. But yeah, it's just so solid when it comes to movement speed. A couple of movement builds that you can use, and the recoil's not bad, and the TTK is still very, very solid. For this next loadout, the TAQ Eradicator is the #1 long range option, hands down, and we're pairing it with the #1 SMG option, which is the MCW with that conversion kit. For this TAQ Eradicator, we're rocking the quartermaster suppressor, the Conquer 70 barrel, the paracord grip, the JAK glassless optic, and the TAQ Verde core stock. So there's two guys here in the firing range, but man, this thing is very, very solid. Remember that it starts out quick when it starts firing, and then it starts slowing down the fire rate, so keep that in mind. And then this MCW, you're going to rock the DR6 hand stop or the paracord grip here. I like both of those options. 40 round mag. I like the Night Arm model sight on this for sure, or the RB rapid strike grip. And of course you want that JAK Raven kit on there. The TTK on this thing is just so good, and they really haven't touched it, to be honest. Just that static HV was so good these past few weeks, and it's just real good, dude. I love running this thing. Yeah, there's just no beating it, especially at that 11 meter mark. It's the best TTK in the game when it comes to an SMG. One more honorable mention here, and I'm also going to show you guys where to get the camos that I used in the video, but the Lockman Shroud is technically #2 overall in terms of TTK when it comes to SMGs. The problem is building it to where it's fast enough to keep up with the meta SMGs. The TTK is perfect. It's perfectly fine. So head-to-head gunfight and you're just shooting, it'll win. It'll win and it'll beat the Superi out. It should. The problem is building it to where it is competitive in the movement and mobility. And that's why I just couldn't put it in here in the top 3. I mean, technically it is, but I just didn't feel comfortable putting it in here because, like I said, it's very, very solid. The movement's not there, but use this paracord grip, use this Pro Sapphire cylindrical laser. That'll help the sprint to fire speed a lot without actually showing the laser while you're ADS. I like the Night Arm model sight here just because there's nothing else to put on this thing. Here's the problem. The barrels here, great range, great recoil control, but it just takes away from the mobility so much that it's just not worth it. Then you have the Dark Star barrel, it just takes so much of the damage range away and recoil that it's not worth it. None of these stocks really do anything. You get a 1% recoil control, but it takes away so much mobility, not worth it there. The mobile stock, it takes away more mobility than it gives, and a recoil control too. You have the stockless mod, but look at the recoil control. It's just not worth it there. So maybe in like a 5 to 6 meter range, you could use this when you have the stockless mod instead of the sight. I just put a sight on here. That's kind of what I did. And that's why I just didn't put it in the top 5 of these metas. But I mean, the movement's not terrible. Don't get me wrong. And like I said, right there, great. But it's got a lot of visual shape to it too. Use it if you like it. If you like it, that's a build for you. It's a very good build. But let me know what you think about the Lockman Shroud in the comments. Technically the TTK is there. So if I had to do just based on TTK and not overall usage, it's top 5 easy. But like I said, I'm going to show you guys where I got these camos and what they're called. This is in the special camo. This is called the Reflect 115. It is animated, and you get this by pre-ordering Black Ops 6. That's just how you get it. It's paywalled, but it's a cool looking camo. And if you're going to end up playing Black Ops 6, just pre-order, you know, completely up to you there. I'm not telling you how to spend your money. That's just what I did. This camo right here, really solid. It's called the Frogged Out camo right here. It's in your events tab. So we're going to go over to the events. I'll show you where I got that. It's the Wildlife Most Wanted. Now, a lot of you said this was XP based for you, and unlocking these was XP based. This is not XP based for me. It was all challenge based, and I don't know why. Maybe it's a glitch, but it was all challenge based for me. And I know a lot of people said it was XP based. So let me know if this was XP based for you or challenge based, but this was challenge based for me, and I'm not sure why. Let me know if you do know why. I'd love to know. Thank you guys again for watching. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that noty bell so you don't miss another video like this or like one of these. We'll see you in the next one.